Hey folks, Mrs. Landon here. I wanted to touch base with those of you that could not make the WIN session today. It's March 17th, with some things I wanted to talk about as the start of fourth quarter that you might expect that be a little bit different or just ways to get a hold of me. So if you take a look here, first thing you're going to notice, like on my view here, I have notifications. I highly recommend you make sure you subscribe to the notifications for Schoology. These updates right here, as you hopefully have seen, I'm starting to use those. I will do weekly updates here in these posts, and the notifications are nice because it will tell you that you have an update. Or sometimes, if maybe someone needs a clarifying question, I need to let the whole class know, I'll do an update here. So you might miss some good information if you don't subscribe to those and get those email notifications. The other thing is actually talking about the email. It's very important you email me and not the first email Landon address that comes up on our Gmail system. The first Landon is Landon D. That is not me, and I will not get the email. I'm Landon N. It's Nicole. So again, please make sure you use those proper emails for that. Some of the changes we're going to see in fourth quarter, the first thing is going to be like the note packets. I know before Mr. Lenz would put a post on there or put the notes and encourage you to print them out if you wanted them. I actually do like to print those out for you. So what you're going to find here is if you go into, for example, our Unit 4 folder, because we have Units 4, 5, and 6 to go. In this resources folder here, if you ever want them on your own, you can just click right in and you're going to find some note packets I put together. Now, this note packet, by the way, I've printed it out already. It's in my classroom. Feel free to come on in and grab one. Even if I'm teaching, just walk right in and I'll point you to the note packets. In these note packets, what you're going to find is one is kind of, made a little prettier to follow. So no big deal. It's still going to be the same great content. You're going to find, for example, in chapter 4, there's a table that he would have asked you to also print out. I've printed it for you. But it's the notes, and I've kind of just made it more like a workbook. So you're going to see all of the notes that you would have printed out before for a particular maybe video note that he would want you to do. But then at the end of it, what I also did, because I like to have paper versions of things, I printed out all of the homework that you're going to have to submit on Schoology. So this is the first green puzzle piece, for example, of Learning Objective 4.1, what you're going to see online. And then you're going to have 4.2 and 4.3 for this first particular homework assignment. I like having the homework embedded in here as one as a safety fall. What if the internet's not working when I want to do homework? What if Schoology is down? Then you absolutely can actually come in here and still do the homework. So you do not have to use these note packets. It's not required. I personally would highly recommend to use them because I like to have that backup plan and I like to have my notes written into one central place. Now, the other thing for a backup plan, by the way, I'm going to scroll over here to this general stats or class orientation. If you click here either on the outside, I also have as a backup plan the videos. So in theory, all of the videos, what I did is I made a list on YouTube and it's called MWHS General Stat, Online General Stats right here. And it's the entire class in sequential order. So if, let's say, Schoology was down or you don't have internet at home, with the internet you're going to need for the notes. But the notes, if you can't get on Schoology, you could always go to this YouTube playlist and watch the notes. And then the homework, if you need it as a backup, it's on your paper packet. And you can submit the answers later on when you have access to those Schoology assignments. So that's another thing I would highlight. Now, at the start of fourth quarter, what you are going to find, again, that's going to be for the last 3 units. We have units 4, 5, and 6, are a couple changes. These puzzle piece homework assignments that you've done before are no longer going to be set to unlimited. You're only going to have 3 tries to do them. I'm very comfortable doing that. I looked at kind of your homework for the previous quarter, and I think 3 tries makes a lot of sense because that's what most of you are taking on average. So that means if you've done try 2 and it's not coming out right, just come track me down in room C205. I'll help you out, or send me an email. Let's say you do that third submission and you're like, man, I'm so close and I really want to get 100 and I know the material. You can talk to me about it. I don't want to unlock every single green puzzle piece every time, but every now and then, if there's one where you want that 4th try, absolutely let me know. I understand those types of feelings where you really want to have nice, solid homework scores. The other thing you are going to see too are some deadlines. So you've always had the unit deadline and you're still going to have like the end of unit deadline, but I also am going to have a mid-chapter deadline. You can see it one of 2 ways. If I go to the calendar here, and I'm going to talk about the start of quarter 4, for chapter 4, you're going to see it all laid out here. Now, I am laying it out a little bit differently. Mr. Lenz did a great job of taking all of the assignments for the week and just putting it on Friday. But I want to give you even more of an idea of pacing. So, for example, what you would have seen before is Mr. Lenz would have had all 5 of these puzzle piece assignments on Friday. What I'm going to do is actually pace them out for you even a little bit more. So if you want to kind of manage your workflow a little bit more timely, what I did is I thought lessons 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3 would be a good thing to do for the first half of the week, and then here 4.4 and 4.5. So you can kind of get a feeling of what should I be doing maybe in the midweek just to stay on pace, so I'm not feeling so bombarded and doing everything just on the weekend. But again, it's going to be the same thing. Now, you are going to have a deadline that you're going to have to make. So if you look at this, there's a mid-unit deadline right here. All of the work from this previous week of sections 4.1 to 4.5 has to be done by that next Thursday. Anything of those 5 that are not done gets a 0, and you cannot earn any points on it. So it's a mid-chapter deadline. Then you're still going to have the end of chapter deadline, which is really the assessment date. So right here, the remaining work, we're going to have, sections 4.6 and 4.7 in your discussions. That deadline is the day that the test is posted. Now, this test, here's the difference. They're going to be paper-based. They're not going to be online anymore. They're going to be paper-based tests, and I'm not going to lock you all into win on this day. If you are done with the material here, like on the 15th, and you want to test on the 15th, I'm going to have you sign up to come test with me during your study hall. You're going to come on in, do the testing, and you can actually test earlier. Now, what I ask of you is this. You need to fill in this testing reservation form. If you click on here, what you're going to do is tell me what day you're going to be coming in and at what hour you're going to come in, and just hit submit. I need you to fill this out at least 12 hours before you plan on coming in so I can get organized. Don't fill it out at 9 a.m. and expect to walk into the classroom at 10. I'm busy. I'm teaching through the day. I need more time to get ready for that. So don't forget to fill out that testing reservation form. But now that deadline, if it's on that Thursday and that's win time and you still don't have your test done, you absolutely want to come into win to get that done. So that would be a nice time. But you can take the test before then if you would like. Some of the other things here too, again, after that deadline, if you don't meet the test by that deadline, you again can't take the test and you lose the points. You're going to see some deadline reminders. When I go into chapter 4, you're going to see this kind of looking more like a web page. So I've just taken some of Mr. Lenz's videos and I've embedded them into here so you can view it that way. You're going to see a form to fill out. Here's the introduction to sections 4.1 and 4.3, and then here's his video. I'm still going to use his videos because they're great to use for that. Then you're going to see the homework broken out. Now the next section you're going to have, and then you're going to also have the video to watch for that and the homework broken out. And then here's the deadline, just a reminder that you do have a deadline coming up. As we scroll on down, you're going to see more information as we wrap up the unit. Here's some information about your review, the review assignment, and so forth. A reminder of your last deadline and coming in to take that assessment. So as I look at my notes, I think I'm kind of covering most of the topics here. Do make sure that, again, when we start 4th quarter, those changes will go into effect. For the remainder of 3rd quarter, here's the big thing. Next Thursday, March 24th by 3 p.m., you have to be done with Unit 3. Whatever is not done as of 3 p.m. is no longer going to be accepted. Now, that Unit 3 assessment is going to be formative, so you can take that on your own. So what you're going to want to do is go into Unit 3. That green puzzle piece where he used to lock you in for win and you came in and took the test is no longer like that, just for Unit 3. You're going to find that this right here at the very bottom, again, is going to be worth 20 formative points, which is a good maybe 2 or 3 days of homework. So it's going to have a little bit bang for its buck. Get that everything done by 3 p.m. And hopefully wrapping up quarter 3 will be a good feeling. Take spring break off. If you want to pick up that chapter 4 note packet, it's in my room right now. You're more than welcome to pick it up sooner than later, or know that they will be here for you in my room for the start of 4th quarter. Hopefully this information was helpful. Please let me know if there's anything that you need from me. And we are almost there, 1 week to go. So hang in there and wrap it up. Talk to you later. Bye.